almost 10 years old and had a personality that was equal parts dazzling sunshine and intense tempest. Her favorite playground was Mr. Bishter's field, where I assisted her in stealing the delicious red strawberries and transported them in my denim pouch with a Pokemon design. I had questioned her about why she wasn't afraid of Mr. Bishter. Because he was known for getting angry and having a thing for his blasted strawberries. She claimed that she had me to blame. Me? Because of this little guy who lacked the courage to even enter this field, let alone face Mr. Bishter. Did she feel safe? Well, no, it's because I simply need to run faster than you to escape being caught, she responded, laughing and half-jokingly. I laughed at the time, but one of the nights ended with us escaping Mr. Bishter, with her easily outpacing me, and my posterior facing the fear of Mr. Bishter's wooden stick. She was waiting for me outside the gate as I was returning home, and she gave me a hug without even thinking about the strawberries I had almost given my life for. She then made a threat to exact revenge on Mr. Bishter. Even after 25 years, I still feel terrific about the day and would not want to change a single thing that transpired. Although his tie is missing, the man in the mirror, dressed in a black suit with just a hint of stubble, appears dapper. At 6 o'clock, the church bells ring. I need to be ready because we're about to begin. Regardless matter how I may feel, it's appropriate and vital to maintain appearances because all of her family and friends have come a long way to be with her today. Sam peeks through the door. Sam is my older brother and the only member of my family who is here today. He asks with a little trepidation in his voice, and quote, "Hey champ, how are you holding up?" And quote, I sigh. I think he's the only one with whom I don't have to act pretend. And quote, today's for her. Man, and quote, he says as he hands me a tie and gives me a big brother hug. She certainly doesn't want to see you in poor condition. Keep your head high, if only for Evelyn. Evelyn. I catch a glimpse of her face. I understand that I will never be able to let her down in any way. The sunflower vase that is maintained on the side table catches my attention. The play was for the high school. She was the play's central character, the sunflower, and not just any sunflower. I had a total of 3 lines to speak and was the tiny shrub in the background. Despite the fact that those were crucial lines, I turned to my lone theater club friend as my stress level increased. Me being the nerd and her being the second most popular girl in the school, as anyone could have predicted all those years ago, meant that we had not been as close in recent years. Nevertheless, she winked, grinned, and added, and quote, "Cheer up, you glum moron. If you screw up, we'll all just dash out backstage and leave the audience wondering just what happened. Unless you don't move quickly enough and Mr. Bishter uses his stick to catch you." My nerves should not have been calmed by those words, the thought of that horrible tragedy, and the idea of being left alone on stage, yet they were. Or perhaps it was just the wink itself. We used to be childhood sweethearts, criminal partners, and closest friends. That's how I remember it, at least. Since the night of the incident on the field, all of my dreams have been about aging with her, but later on, I realized that we are quite different individuals and that life may take us down very different routes. The future of my dream was in limbo for much too long, despite the fact that we never strayed too far. Sometimes I had it firmly in my hands, then the next second it was gone. Today, as I formally come to consciousness, the dream has completely vanished, leaving just an enduring yearning for what may have been. I get up as my heart begins to beat anew. I get up from my bed and head toward the church. I look at the group inside, which includes her family, friends, and distant relatives who only show up during weddings. On the stage, I see Evelyn with her grandmother. In a chilly, dark prison, her face shines radiantly like a solitary ray of light. I ponder whether or not she will ever comprehend the suffering that this situation causes me. I can feel eyes on my back getting more and more intense. As I walk up to the stage, sparse discussions give way to ubiquitous murmurs as the space gets both quieter and noisier at the same time.